Well, hey everybody, it's Tom here. Welcome back to my shop. So we got a paying project came in the door. If you watch my three-part generator series, that customer has brought me more work, so that is cool. Let me get the camera turned down and explain what we got going on. So what you're looking at is a fan assembly off of, I believe he said, an 8.3 diesel. It's in his dump truck, Ford 8000, I think he said. Currently he has a clutch fan and he's not getting enough airflow. He doesn't go fast enough to get airflow, through the radiator, because he's always, either towing something or going up an incline, he said. So what he'd like to do is go to a direct drive. And basically he brought me some pieces here. So this flanged stub shaft mounts directly to the crankshaft. Then he's got this piece here, this nut that had a stub shaft on it, and that actually was part of the clutch fan itself, so he cut that off. And originally he tried to do this himself. He made this adapter out of a thin 3/16 plate. And of course he just welded it on. And then of course when he put everything together, she's doing this, she's not running true, because one, let me see if you can see this. I don't know if you can see the plate, how warped it is already. And then of course, once he tried to weld it, she's gonna pull and it's not gonna be right. So it was going all over the place. So what he asked me to do is put this together and make it run true. So that's what we're going to try to do. Picked up this piece of plate here. This is 7-inch in diameter, 1/2 inch thick. So we're going to make this out of this. Do have a couple challenges. The one to overcome here is, if you see, it's a left-handed thread. So when we get her chucked up in the lathe, we can't run her how we normally would run her, because this is just going to loosen up. So we're going to have to, run everything in reverse, which does make it a little bit challenging. I need to put a hole in this thing, so one, I can support it with the center, and then also I want to tap the hole also to hold this, to retain it. So I do have some left-handed drill bits. I don't have a letter F, which would be the tap size for 5/16/18, which is what I want to put in here. So we'll do it whatever under a letter F is. I probably just do 1/4, so we can get that done, and then we can skim the outside over on this side. And then once we get this and this running true together, and then we can worry about getting this running true. So that's what we got. Hopefully it will be a fun little project. So let me I guess take this stuff over to the lathe and we'll get started. All right, time to get machining. Since this is a rough casting, there's not much to indicate off of. I got the overhead light off, so hopefully there's not much of a reflection there in the dial. So they did obviously machine this face, and then to be able to cut the threads. So you can see the dial. So, she's moving a smidge, maybe 1/2 thou, but I think that's just because of the grit and the grime. I got it pretty well cleaned up, but I can't get that surface perfect. So I think that's good there. And now I just got to bump her around, get her running true that way. And got her dialed in, if you guys can see that. Within 1 thou. Running off the edge there. So I'm happy with that. Well, all set up. What I want to do is go ahead and just skim this down, get it so it's running true. Not really shooting for any size. Of course, I'm set up over here on the opposite side because we got to run the lathe in reverse since this is left-handed, so that way she won't unscrew on me. So a little bit different. Just gonna take it easy since we're sticking out right now. Find me a 0. Find the high spot. I guess that'd be it. Got the OD done. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this face up while we're here. Touched off already. Now that I got this face cleaned up, I'll move back. We'll break this edge, and then I want to go ahead and put a hole in this. Like I said, I wanted to do a 5/16/18 bolt, which is an F letter drill size, which is 0.257 thousandths. I don't have a left-handed F, but I do have a left-handed quarter, which is 0.250. So that's pretty close. So we'll go ahead and drill it with that, and then I can come back, basically shoot with a hand drill and just come in there and kiss it real quick with the F. That should be easy, and then I can hand tap it if need be. So that's the plan. What you're looking at, this is my get her out drawer. So I've got left-handed drill bits, I've got a few left-handed end mills, common size carbide end mills, helicoil kits. You know, I've got some easy outs in here and here. So just a mixture of stuff. But what I'd show you here, I just realized I don't have any left-handed center drills, so we're just gonna have to go for it. But I got this nice left-handed set. Comes in a Hewitt box. Let's see if I can open this one-handed. Ow. This is tricky because I'm trying to hold the camera. Sorry about that. Nope, hang on. So this is my nice kit from Drill Hog. Not sponsored, but these are all left-handed from 1/16 to a quarter. And they're niobium NB41, so some nice durable ones, and of course they come with a lifetime warranty. The warranty's really good. I just sent them an email, say I got one broken and it's coming to you, and I just ship it out to them and they send me a replacement. So haven't had a problem at all. So been real happy with Drill Hog. This is a nice little set, so may consider picking one of these up, you know, if you run into a lot of situations like I do. Gonna go in about 600 thousandths. Get a measurement here, see what we're working with. $9.79. All right. Well, the nice thing about having 3 lays, I don't have to break this down. I can keep it in here. We'll take this disc over to the Monarch and we'll punch a hole in her. And we need to go probably do maybe about a 2 thou press fit, and then of course we're going to pin it too. So let me take you guys over to the Monarch, get set up, and got the overhead light off so hopefully you can see the indicator better. It was like looking like it's washed out on the GoPro screen, but Not bad for some A36 plate. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, that's almost only 1 thou out of flatness. So it's nice to be able to start off with something decent. Obviously, we will take a skim cut at the end just to make sure everything's true, but it's nice to start off with something that's halfway flat, you know what I mean? 7/8. This should be it. Well, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. So we were a couple of thou under. I didn't change anything, just did a spring pass, and it took like a couple thou over too. So instead of taking like 2 thou out, it took like 4. So instead of a press fit, we are at the same basically dimension as this. Actually probably a smidgen larger since it's sliding on and not interfering. So not happy about that. I mean, I guess not all is lost. We're still pin it. But what I'm thinking about doing is though is also weld it too. Keep it, you know, on there since the press fit is non-existent. So oh well, I guess Bozo's hanging out in the shop. Of course, you know, I didn't do it on purpose. Just a spring pass, and it sprung. So I was thinking about it, and let's scratch drilling that final tap size and threading it, because I was going to put a washer, you know, and a bolt to retain this, just as added insurance, since we're going to press fit it and pin it, you know, just to make sure it didn't come out. But since we're going to weld it, we don't need this, right? So I think I got her set up. Hopefully that's about as true as I can get her. Obviously we're going to introduce some stresses and it's going to want to move, but we got enough meat here to, you know, skim it and get it down so she'll be running flat and nice. But man, I still hate having to put some weld to this thing. Let me get weathered up and get the machine fired up, and I guess we'll burn a pass. I didn't do too bad. Looks like we got about 10 thou run out. We got to address, skim off of it, at least this face. Hopefully you guys can see that. I got the light off so it won't wash out on the glare. Alright, here's my setup. Since we got to run it in reverse, I've got my tool upside down in the tool holder. I can get almost to where the weld is, about right where my finger is before the tool holder wants to come in contact with the live center. So we'll do the best we can to skim this face. It's not really critical because the fan actually mounts on the other side, mounts on this face, not this face. But obviously you want to get as much material out that's offsetting it and making it wobble. So we'll give her a shot. I got her set pretty slow. We'll take it easy and see how we do. Get my 0 here. Wow, she's gonna be a ringer, ain't she? Figured so. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see a lot. It's about the best spot I could get you. Another 5. Now we're getting a full cut, I think, around the rim. Almost, at least. Sounds like. Alright, last pass. She cleaned up, so 15 thou. Not too bad. You guys can see that from there. That was pretty uneventful, which is good. So let me get set up. We'll get on this other side, and then lastly we'll clean this face up here. This side is all done. Now what I need to do is go ahead and turn a shoulder so the fan, when it's mounted on this side, that it will register up and be centered, you know, on this mount. So that's what we'll do now. It's going to be I think that hole on that fan is 5 inches in diameter exactly, so we'll just go like, you know, 4.999 and we should be good. Find my 0 there. They lock the carriage. Well, I just finished it up off camera because boy is it screaming. I mean, you hear that? Yeah, it's brutal on the ears. Nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to clean this face up here, this outer edge, break these 2 edges, and then we'll go over there and test it, but we should be good. Get through that flame cut. Well, next we need to locate these 4 holes. I'm just going to transfer punch them, and then we'll take this over to the mill, drill and tap them. Nothing fancy on this. Alright, here is the mounting plate. The register's pretty good here. I didn't take too much off, just enough so the fan will sit in there. 5, 16, 18 tapped holes. You know, I cleaned the back up, but nothing's going back here. Interesting project, had a few challenges. A little reverse turn in there with your tool upside down makes it kind of a little bit hairy because you just can't see what's going on. You know, you don't know if you're breaking chips good or if you chip your insert. So you kind of gotta hope for the best, I guess. Listen to what's going on, but being this thing rings like a bell. You can't really tell like your normal turning, right? And everything was going good. If I hadn't overshot the bore there, a little bit of a bummer. But I guess, what matters is how you recover, and welding it up, worked just as well. The heat only gave us about 10 thou warpage, which is easy to clean up. So, it still ended up being a win. Still not happy that I overshot it. Basically 1.5 thou in the radius, so the hole was 3 thou large. I had the boring bar choked up as much as I could choke it up. I was using the largest size possible, but it's still a small boring bar because we're using we had a small bore anyways. So I don't know, may delve into that cross slide, see if there's any issues in there. I haven't since I got the thing, so don't know. But anyways, all in all, I think it come out pretty good. I did mark it, so when you screw this on, it is repeatable. The nut goes in the same spot, so that's good. And the fan is going to go on here and it'll mount there. So let me get it all assembled so you can see what it looks like. So this is the side that will be facing the radiator, and then obviously this is getting mounted to the crankshaft. So that's what she looks all together. She should run pretty good. That's as true as I can get it. I mean, you got dirt and crud and stuff all over the fan blades and the fan body itself, so I mean, that can affect the micro balance of it, I guess. But being a big old diesel, and it's not spinning a lot of RPMs, I'm assuming probably what, 1,000, 1,500, 1,800 would be the power band before he shifts again. So hopefully this will work out for him. Hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the content. Like I said, something a little bit different on the turning side. Also, Mr. Chaos over there says thank you for all the happy birthday wishes. He appreciate that, and I do too. So before we part off, let me get another shot of him or two. So he's been patiently waiting for me to throw his toy like he always does, but I've been trying to get this project knocked out, so he's not too happy with me. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on next week's video. All right, see ya. Bye.